Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke, and burst thy bands, and thou saidst, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, playing the harlot. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? For though thou wash thee with nitre, and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, said the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So here's the passages that are referring to the nation of Israel and how they just repeatedly and constantly go off, going all the way back from the time of our deliverance from Egypt until this very day. This is the same MO of you Israelites, all right? Predominantly, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? That's why we're spread throughout or to the four winds of the globe without any solidarity, all right, no knowledge of who we are as a people, as a nation, calling ourselves everything under the sun because we, the Most High, got sick of our shit. And this is exactly what we do. Up in verse 20, for of old time I have broken thy yoke. All right, when did that start? Because it's been a repeated theme with us, all right, us Israelites as a people. But this began when the Lord brought us out of Egypt. All right, he broke the bands, he broke the yoke of Pharaoh off of us, delivered us out of Egypt. Soon as we got to the wilderness, you had wicked ass niggas, um, in a sense, forced Aaron, you know, and that may not be the best term, but Aaron should have put up more resistance, but, you know, got Aaron, let's just say they got Aaron to make a golden calf because they didn't want to wait on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Do we not see that still to this day? Niggas don't want to wait for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Make us sweet Jesus. Make me Allah. Make me Buddha. Make me Krishna, Shiva, or whoever the fuck. That's you niggas. Don't want to wait on the Lord. Don't want to be in obedience and in order. All right? And when the Lord say, yeah, for of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidst, I will not transgress. Yeah, Lord, we won't do it again, Lord. I promise. You know how Jake is. We ain't gonna transgress on God. On God, I ain't gonna do it again, Lord. Yeah. And thou saidst, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot. And that's what Jake would do. They would literally go up in the high places. Why? To not be seen by people. Because they knew they was doing wrong. Or under every green tree, they would go up in the groves in order to not be seen. You see how this works? The Lord didn't set us up like that. All right, until the temple was made, the Lord had Moses to construct the tabernacle. All right, and that's what we was to, and then and the tabernacle was to be, well, the Lord had it set up where we would worship Him there, but it wasn't never to be up on the high mountain or under the green evergreen trees. That's how you would worship the gods of the heathens. All right, that was their practice. Now today that looks like the harlot houses going into these churches. And Jeremiah preached on that. Let's go to Jeremiah 5 real quick. So here in Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 7, now the Most High is asking, how shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods. You see, when you forsake the Lord and then you swear unto other gods, that's adultery. That's why he said, wanderest on every high hill or high place or high hill, every high mountain and under every green tree, playing the harlot. This is why. Because you committing spiritual adultery by worshiping these other gods, giving yourself over to these other gods. All right? Letting them gods come in unto you. Because that's what they do. You get full of another spirit. They come, those vile spirits come in unto you. When we are temples of the Holy Spirit. So you playing you playing the harlot. That's spiritual adultery. All right? It says, and sworn by them that are no gods, idols. All right? When I had fed them to the full, right? Not only did the Lord uh, break our bands and remove our yoke, he fed us to the full. He wanted to take us into a land flowing with milk and honey. All right? In which he did. He did that. But even in the wilderness where we wasn't supposed to be for 40 years, but we ended up there for 40 years, the Lord gave us manna. Heavenly bread, bread that rained down from heaven. You know, and that's just on the physical level. He fed us on the spiritual level. We were fed to the full. And then we went and forsook the Lord. And I'm saying we as a nation of people. The Lord deals with nations. All right. So yeah, when I had fed them to the full, they then committed adultery and assembled themselves by troops in the harlots' houses, the churches. That's how you commit this treason today, this whoredom. But you go in these churches. The Lord did not ordain not a now church building, all right, that y'all want to run to today. The Lord ordained a people. He are men. The Lord ordained men, and those men would make up the church because church means to call out. Ecclesiastes, to call out. A building can't call out. The people call out. And that's the real church. But y'all want to go to these buildings and pay these hirelings and charlatans because you would rather hear a lie. You see? So that's what the Lord said again, Jeremiah 2 and 20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands. And thou saidst, I will not transgress, when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, playing the harlot. All right? Giving your energy and your gratitude. Your man, that yeah, the Lord got every right to be pissed off at us. Giving all your praise to these false gods that ain't did a goddamn thing for us. These same deities that got us here in captivity kicking our ass today, our asses today. The same gods you want to give credit to. Yet to this day, how many of you niggas was in church Easter Sunday thinking you was doing something holy? And see, this is what the Lord said in verse 21, yet I had planted thee a noble vine. Right. Well, he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. Planted us in our land. He planted us right. He gave us his word. We were supposed to use that word and spring up. And what the Lord say, yet I had planted thee a noble vine, wholly, meaning entirely a right seed. You know, and that kind of goes into the parable of the wheat and the tares. And the man said, Lord, did not you plant good seed? How then did these tares spring up? You see, because we didn't do right. At the end of the day, we didn't do right. So, yeah, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? And the Lord don't even recognize you niggas. He's recognizing the hopeful elect. Because as the prophecy stated, they should call on me and I will hear and say, when you read Zechariah 13, verse 9. Let's go to Zechariah 13. Zechariah 13, verse 9 says, and I will bring the third part through the fire. The third part are those, according to, as is stated in Romans 11 and 4. I have preserved to myself 7,000 men, which have not bowed the knee unto Baal. All right, loosely paraphrasing that. And let's take a look at that real quick. Romans 11 and 4. All right, so Romans chapter 11, verse 4. But what saith the answer of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image. See, to the image of Baal. That very image of Baal is being erected to this very day. It's in place, but they're about to put the capstone on it. All right, with that MOTB is the capstone to this image. All right, but right, we are living in the image of Baal right now, but Most High reserved 7,000 men that ain't going for it. All right, they're not going for it, and the MOTB is Baal's mark. All right, so don't get it twisted. That shows Baal's ownership of you when you get that mark. This is why the Lord will detest, denounce, and ultimately roast your ass if you get that mark. Now, when we go back, Zechariah 13 and 9, now you understand. And I will bring the third part through the fire. Right, that's those 7,000 men that did not bow the knee to the image of Baal. They're the ones that are being brought through the fire, ultimately the destruction of America. All right, and it's going to be them. They'll have women and children. Some of them have children. And the Lord is going to also deliver. The main deliverance is going to take place in America, but there will be Israelites brought from each corner of the globe, all four winds. All right, of the globe, the Most High will gather his elect. All right, which will, well, consist of one part or 1/3. Now, this 1/3 here, to get this straight, is talking about here in America. Because up in verse 8 when it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, that land is America, said 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So it's 1/3 in all of the land of America. All right, well, 2/3 will be cut off. That's the 2 parts, 2/3. And then again, verse 9, and I will bring the third part, that 1/3, through the fire. He's going to bring them out of the destruction and will refine them as silver is refined. All right, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is my power, or my God. All right. So now going back to Jeremiah chapter 2. Okay, it said, Jeremiah 2:21, yet I have planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? All right. So the Lord only recognized 2/3 of his own people. He's recognizing that 7,000 whom he preserved, whom he's bringing through the fire of his word right now and refining them through his word right now. That's going to physically take place right before the destruction of America. They will be called up. Lord willing, I will be in that number, but the elect will be called up right before the fire hits, and then they will be changed. In the twinkling of an eye, they will be changed. All right, and that's the ultimate refining. When the Lord get rid of these chains of darkness. All right. So we're being refined by his word in the spirit right now. But ultimately, when we get to the fullness of the second covenant, as we're being brought up and changed in the twinkling of an eye. You understand? See, and then that's to complete your refining. That completes the refining, because after then you will be perfect, perfect. So here in verse 22, the Lord said, for though thou wash thee with nitre and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, said the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So it's nothing that you 2/3 can do. You could take as much soap as you want. You could take the nitre. And the Lord said your iniquity is marked before him. All right. And so as we're fighting to hold on to our Thawah, which Ezekiel 9 and 4 goes into, you know, uh, setting the mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry. That mark, that word for mark is Thawah in the Hebrew, which means to make exempt from judgment. All right. We're fighting to keep that mark. We're fighting to remain exempt from this judgment that's coming, because great judgment is coming. Our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans predominantly are not paying attention. That's to fulfill the scripture. Um, it's in 2 Peter 3, but it's also in other places that the Lord is going to return as a thief in the night. Because you Israelites out here caught up. Now I'm bringing this out really to focus on our people are really a strange vine and a degenerate plant. No resemblance of the people that you would read about until you read about, some of the wicked shit that Israel did, but just to read and, well, you see what our people are doing today, you would not equate them with being the people who was close to the Lord at one point. And I'm gonna show you this. Well, First of all, look at what Jimmy Kimmel said. Now, this is referring to America. All right, but this is from the rap. And it says Jimmy Kimmel calls USA a filthy and disgusting country after trip to Japan. And they're quoting him saying, the whole country is Disneyland and we're living in Six Flags. All right, so he's referring to Japan, saying Japan's like Disneyland, which I've never been to, but I imagine it's spectacular how they make it look anyway. I'm glad I never went to that shit. But knowing what they do now, what that shit was all about, I'm glad I never went, you know. But yeah, sometimes it's a blessing to be poor, especially in these, in this kingdom, you know. But right, he's calling Japan Disneyland, and he's referring to America as Six Flags. And if you ask me, he's giving America too much credit because you know I would call America the county fair, your local county. You know, there's if you used to compare America to an amusement park, that's what it would be, a local county fair. You know, so with that, I just wanted to show you this real quick.
Knife on the street trying to get jiggy. They had found that boy alive, all of his body parts was missing. It's time to spin, let's go get busy. Bitch, I'm hanging out the trunk, you breaking BK, come through street. Oh shit! Oh shit! Tara, come on, Tara! Radio! Oh shit! You got it? You recording it? Oh shit! Oh shit! They got his ass, y'all! Oh shit! What the fuck, y'all? What the fuck? What the fuck, y'all? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah, and I don't even think old boy made it. He was stretched out in another video. It didn't look good for him. But this is what our people are doing. All right. Now this is some weeks back, but yet and still, all of the signs that we've been shown, the prophets out everywhere, diligent, putting in work diligently. All right. And then the signs that the most high, you know, bridges being destroyed. All right, there was no accident in Baltimore and none of these other bridges that they're taking down. America is being destroyed, and our people would rather, I don't know. I don't know what's on Jake's mind, but all I can say is prophecy has to be fulfilled. That's the only way to explain this. All right, I understand they're under heavy sorcery as well as suffering from psychosis. But yeah, you saw a video. The niggas started fighting. It was daylight. Nightfall. These niggas still fighting, and there's no excuse for it. They're old enough to know better. And Yahweh Shai said there will be no cloak for no one's sins. All right. If yeah, it's gonna get bad. All right, and all people concerned with their own little nonsense that they got going on, and not concerning themselves with the return of the Lord. And this is the image or the images that are being shown of us. Our youth, our women are out of control, out of order, and out of control. All right, now how does that make us look as men? Now, and it's true, right? We're not a part of that shit. But this is the image that they want to portray. That we're just a lost cause here in America, you know, as Hebrew Israelite men and women, from the northern kingdom to the south. It don't matter. It it looks bad all throughout. So then now you see why two parts therein shall be cut off and die. These niggas don't. And the quote Apostle Tahar, you can't bring niggas like that into the kingdom. You can't bring niggas like that into the kingdom. They'll have ghettos and hoods before you know it, and then we'll be right back in Babylon. Now the Lord got 200 million nuclear missiles for these niggas. Now my precept is gone that I had. Shit. So Isaiah 51. All right, so we'll start at verse 19. All right, Isaiah chapter 51, verse 19, it says, "These two things are coming to thee. Who shall be sorry for thee?" All right, and see, this is what's being set up. I ain't even, y'all love, we of the same, I hate to say it, but it's the truth. We of the same people. We are the same nation. And I don't give a fuck about you niggas. You niggas need to die. So you think these other nations gonna give a damn? Just think about it. And the Lord saying, "These two things are come unto thee, who shall be sorry for thee?" I ain't, and ain't none of my brothers either. The men of the Lord will not be sorry for you niggas, nor will Esau, Edom, nor will Moab, Ammon, Ishmael, any of the Hamite tribes, any of the Japhetic tribes, you name it. Ain't nobody gonna pity you niggas when the Most High get to pulling that belt out and get to swinging. And where the belt is out, he got his arm up in the air. He about to come down with it. All right, and that's just you know um, symbolic talk for the Lord about to whoop you niggas asses. All right, he got that rod in the air. There ain't no belt. I said belt, but the Lord deal with the rod. That rod is in the air, and when it come down, you ain't gonna see it come down. That's how swift he is. It's just gonna be hell being caught 360 degrees. All right, hell will be caught 360 degrees. So, yeah, these two things are coming to thee. Who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and the famine, and the sword By whom shall I comfort thee? So this is the Lord is getting ready to bring to you niggas desolation. All right. You could be desolate in many ways. All right. You could be desolate alone. You could be desolate of food. All right. You could be desolate of people. You could be desolate of food. You could be desolate of resources, money. Well, this you're gonna be desolate in all 360 degrees of hell being caught. You will be desolate any way you want to cut it. And it says, and destruction. The Lord not just gonna destroy you, He's gonna destroy everything that you own, that you put your pride into, that you put before Him. He's gonna take your houses, He's gonna take your vehicles, He's gonna take your jobs, He's gonna take your woman, whatever you idolized and put before the Lord, it will be destroyed. Then He's going to destroy you. Destruction says, and the famine. Yeah, you ain't even been paying attention. They've been destroying food processing plants for the last 2 years, at least a good year and a half. But I know going back to 2021. Now, last year they kicked it in high gear coming into at the beginning of 2023, but it hadn't stopped. Yeah, 2023. So, yeah, since 2022. All right. Since 2022, they've been going hard. And they've been doing little shit before that, but when it really, was being put in the news, that was last year at the beginning of 2023. But yeah, even in um, closing out of 2022, you was hearing a little bit, this plant catching a fire, and then this happening. It was sparingly, but in 2023, it was just like every time you look around, just like these bridges that you're hearing about today. America has been under siege. Now it's under attack. Niggas are not paying attention. Anyway, you know, yeah, I ain't gonna. Anyway, let's read on. And the famine, right? There won't be nothing here to eat. The man then went up there and told you he wants you to eat bugs and with a smile on your face. He meant that, you know? So all you niggas out there fighting each other over stupid shit, why don't you go fight where it matters? Shit, you might have to die. That don't mean you can't take some of these people with you. Shit, take a few with you, but you niggas on demon time. You don't give a damn. Y'all don't give a damn. But you gonna find yourself desolate, hungry as hell, looking stupid. It, you women, y'all ain't even gonna be a factor. Y'all ain't even gonna be a factor. Y'all gonna be in such a horrible position. It ain't gonna be nice. As the Lord said, here we go, and the sword. And you know what that looks like? Esau Edom. Well, coming in, you got Moab over here, the Chinese. So it could also look like them. But I'm gonna paint a picture for you real quick. All right, the sword looks like drones, big dog, and these other well, whatever else they got in the robotic arsenal. So they got actual Android-like robots. They got the big dog robots. They got droids. All right. And now that they got AI, they don't need people to man. They can just be under one artificial consciousness. Now, how could you ever, you know, combat that? That means the one know what the other is doing at all times, and vice versa, and they all in sync at all times. Just let this sink in. Because you might get away from people, but when this AI driven trinkets, machinery and whatnot, armed to the teeth, yeah, that's not a recipe for survival. That's a recipe for disaster. So that's how that sword is gonna look. And on top of the armed men, whoever they send, however they gonna set it up, a lot of you niggas gonna eat bullets. The Lord said, "By whom shall I comfort thee?" Verse 20, thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets. As a wild bull in a net, they are full of the fury of the Lord. All right. The rebuke of thy power. So I'm going to read a little bit more. Verse 21, therefore hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Right, like I was saying. You niggas under mind control. Y'all under heavy indoctrination. And then on top of that, you subject to vanity. That wickedness is in you. But then Esau went and planted wicked programs in your mind. And then you heard the song that was playing when that's the shit that be in y'all niggas' mind. Killing. That's all y'all think and talk about. Only evil was in your thoughts continually. You heard the song of the little nigga talking about killing. You see, so they is that old way of life is done. America as you once knew it is done. Now whether you've been out there with your family, your children, and then that shit happened. America is done. It ain't safe to go nowhere today. And that's by design. Don't get me wrong, it's by design. But you niggas make it too goddamn easy. So therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Right, you drunken with the philosophies of this place. You caught up in the sorceries. You drunk on these sorceries. Nahum chapter 3. All right. Woe to the bloody city, America. It is all full of lies and robbery. Then it says, the prey, which are you Hebrew Israelites, departed not. Nahum 3 and 1. The prey departed not. So here, Jeremiah 51, Isaiah 51 and 22. Thus said thy Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and thy power, that pleadeth the cause of his people. It says, behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. So the Lord is taking that cup. Why? Because he got to fill it up and give it to Esau now. You know? Nope. Verse 23, last verse. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, beginning with Esau, Edom, and then all you other nations also. Y'all not getting off the hook. The Lord said, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. Right, y'all just walked all over us. Yeah. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. Yeah, y'all just use and abuse this. Then make no account of our labor. Lord says he gonna give y'all that cup. And so we can go out on the good note. On the good note. I knew it did that. I knew you did that. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, is that me doing? Here we go. That's me doing that. All right. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. Why? Because we had the cup. And that was his time to rejoice. Yeah, the Lord gave us into your hand, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, so that you can understand. So the Lord said, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. But what does it say? The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. Right, because what did we just read? How we was drunken. Well, you can see us. You can see our people. You can see that we're drunk. Can't get along. What a drunk motherfucker always do? Talk shit and get in fights. That's our people. Young and old, it don't even make a difference no more. A lot of these old niggas ain't got good sense. But yeah, that's Jake just around here talking shit and fighting each other. Lord said you was drunken. Let's look at that again. Isaiah 51 and 21. Therefore hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Right, we were drunken with the cup of the Lord's fury. That's what he's saying. Which consists of all what I said before, the ways of Babylon. See, the ways of Babylon, that's the fury of the Most High. Because that's his left hand. So when I talk about the sorcery and all of that, that's coming from the Most High's fury. MK Ultra, all this old demonic music and all of this, yeah, that's part of that cup. That's the cup of the Lord's fury. The trash and the garbage that we eat. Our people are drunken off of that cup. So that you can understand now, going back to Lamentations 4 and 21, it says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. But remember, we started off reading about the Lord say he bust our, bust our band and removed our yokes, loosely paraphrasing. But then we go right back and he say he got tired of that shit. And then we say we ain't gonna do it no more. And then we go and do it again. Well, the Lord here is saying what we just read in Isaiah 51. All right. that he will no more carry thee away into captivity. Why? Because he's going to restore us with a new covenant. And if you know anything about the new covenant, when it's completely fulfilled, we will be programmed to keep the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. All right? The Lord is going to program the law, statutes, and commandments in us to do and to keep. So he won't have to carry us into captivity anymore. So he's saying here, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And then when it's all said and done, that's exactly what's going to happen. Esau been getting away with a lot of shit. All right. All the stuff that you seeing now with the Diddy and all of this, that's just to keep that spotlight off of his ass for right now. All right. Because the Epstein shit came out, and a lot of the Hillary tape off of Huma Abedin's husband's laptop or whatever. I think it was a laptop. Yeah, Anthony Weiner's laptop. They found some of the demonic shit that Hillary was doing with Anthony Weiner's wife. You know, them both in cahoots, terrorizing children. You know, and all of that stuff is coming out. His sins is being discovered. So he'll throw you a R. Kelly, a Cosby. Now he's gonna throw you a Diddy, knowing you niggas just love to be entertained, and while he's doing even more shit. All right, but that's fine. We need him to do more shit. We need him to do everything so that we can get this thing popping. So you niggas continue to be distracted, and you Edomites, you come on and push it, get your plan going. Because we, the hopeful elect, we want to go home. And with that, Shalom.